Hey, what's good, all my high achievers? My name is Ashley Ray, and I am a people operations leader in the tech industry and also a career growth strategist. And today I am sharing 3 ways you can increase your salary in 2023. I talk to many people who feel stuck in their careers. And to be honest with you, I was one of those people who also felt stuck in my career. For about 5 years, I felt like there was no other way for me to make more money. And I also just felt stuck in the industry that I was working in, which at that time was the healthcare industry. Once I learned the game and once I learned how to better navigate the corporate space and also navigate my own experiences, I learned that these 3 tips are really helpful. So let's jump into it. Number 1, ask for a raise. Now, this applies to you especially if you haven't had a raise in over a year or more. And let's be honest, if you haven't had a raise in over a year or more, then you actually got a pay cut because the cost of living is increasing. Now, the way that you can think about this is sometimes companies will give an annual raise. And typically that annual raise, if they are giving it, is around 2 to 3%. This would be a time for you to go and talk to your manager and ask what the company's policy is around giving annual raises that are separate from raises that you would get from a promotion. Go and ask HR, you can ask your manager what that process looks like. And this can also help you to identify an opportunity for you to get a raise. Before you go into those conversations though, it's really important that you understand what the market rate of your position and someone with the number of years of experience that you have is, so that you can go in and say, hey, I've been here for 2 years. I have yet to receive a raise and I'm getting paid XYZ. However, when I did some research, the market rate of my role with someone with my experience is XYZ. And so I'm asking if you can bring me up to the market rate of this role. And if so, when can you make that happen? Now, if a company says no, then you need to ask them when they're going to be able to bring you up to market rate. And if they can't tell you, then that's a red flag for you to move on sooner than later. All right, tip number 2 is ask for a promotion. If you have been in your role for 2 years or more and you have not been promoted, then you likely are falling behind the 8 ball in terms of pay and also in terms of your ability to experience that career growth in your particular job. So what you should do is you should schedule a meeting with your manager, especially if you don't have regular meetings with them, and ask them what it looks like and what that time frame looks like for you to be able to get promoted to the next level. And when you're talking to them about this, make sure that there's a clear place in line for you to fill any gaps that are highlighted from your manager in order for you to make sure that you are experiencing that career growth, and make sure that there is a timeline in place for you to get that promotion also, okay? A promotion is a sure way to increase your salary. Now, before you go into those conversations asking for that promotion, it's important that you prepare for the conversation. Don't just go in and say, hey, I'm ready for a promotion. When can you give me a promotion? No, you have to understand that a lot of times managers are on the go and they have a million things on their plate. And so they may not even be thinking about all of the accomplishments and all of the impact that you've made over the last couple of years, year or more that you've been there. And so you need to come prepared to talk about the impact that you've made and the accomplishments that you've had, so that you can vouch for yourself and tell the hiring manager why it's time for you to get that promotion. All right, make sure that you show up to that conversation prepared. The last way that you can increase your salary in 2023, y'all, is to get a new job. I always say that if you've been at a company for longer than 2 years, your pay has not significantly increased, and there's a strong likelihood that the company that you're in has no intention on promoting you or moving you up to a new level, okay? And if that's the case, it's time for you to move on. Staying at the same company with no change for 2 years or more means that you're falling behind the 8 ball, especially as it relates to both your career growth and as it relates to your salary. When our parents were working, we were told that loyalty is what mattered in our career, and that when we're interviewing, companies need to see that you've been with a company for a long time in order to be interested in you. And in this day and age, y'all, that is just not the case, right? People expect for this generation of workers to constantly be looking for that next level of growth. And so loyalty doesn't necessarily mean loyalty to the company, but it does mean loyalty to, yourself and your career growth, and loyalty to your pockets, right? And so let's not continue to stay in these roles for 5 and 6 years, even 2 years or more without seeing any type of change in your career growth and in your pay. They both go hand in hand, right? Career growth and changing levels without a change in pay is also not okay. That also means that you're falling behind the 8 ball. So don't be afraid to get yourself out there, put yourself on the market and start looking for a new role so that you can increase your pay and continue on with your career growth. I hope these tips helped you, and I hope that you're able to apply 1, 2, or all 3 of them into your next level career growth in 2023. It's time to get this money, and I want you to believe that you are worthy of making more money. If you have any questions or if you feel like this helped you, drop some comments down below and I will make sure that I will respond. But outside of that, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see y'all next time.